Hello children, most welcome to all of you. Before commencing the lecture, I would like to share with you one important point. If children you have set up any task, then do not go half-hearted or do not go only for trial. Only try to prepare the facts and try to achieve the target, and that can only be achieved by hard work, by hard practice. So if you have set up any task, then go through complete-hearted, full-hearted. Don't only go for trial. Alright? My statement is for only that not only concerned to any examination, particular examination, any task, whatever you have decided, then never try to go for a trial or for half-hearted, that you are only, that I am going to try what happening. Not think about such. Only and only try to achieve the target. And your preparation should be full-hearted, not go half-hearted. This is the means. Okay? So any task you have set up, go through full-hearted, and that can be achieved by hard work and hard practice. Now come on the topic. In today's video lecture, I am with a new point, that is suspension and collides in concern of the topic, that is matter around us pure. So we will learn today what are the suspensions, what are the properties or characteristics of suspension, what are the examples, and similarly what is colloid, what is property or characteristics of colloids, what are the good examples of colloid. That's all about in today's video lecture. So listen sincerely and make note properly. So let's start with suspension. Listen children, suspensions are the heterogeneous mixture or heterogeneous system in which the size of the solid particles is greater than 100 nm. Is greater than 100 nm or 100 nanometer is called suspensions, and suspensions are distributed in a liquid or gas without dissolving in it, and remains suspended throughout the bulk of the medium are called suspension, and here nm stands for nanometer, and 1 nanometer, as you are knowing, 10 to the power minus 9 meter. This is the means. Okay? Some examples of suspensions are, you have often seen stirred muddy water. This one, stirred muddy water. Similarly, you have seen that is a stirred mixture of sand and water. That is stirred mixture of sand and water. Okay? Similarly, the mixture of chalk and water is also example of suspension. Milk of magnesia, mixture of water and magnesium hydroxide, or mixture of water and MgO is a good example of suspension. Okay? Now come on the point, what are the characteristics of suspension? Characteristics. So first characteristic of suspension is suspension are heterogeneous in nature. Okay? Second characteristic, you can say the size of the solids in suspensions is always greater than 100 nm. Next property, suspension particles can be seen by naked eye. Alright, they can be seen means they are visible to the naked eye. Next property or next characteristic you can say, when suspensions are left undisturbed, then their particles get settled down, means they are unstable. Okay, means suspensions are unstable, means listen, when suspensions are left undisturbed, then they get settled, then their solid particles get settled down, and that settlement of the solid particles, settling of solid particles is due to the instability of suspension, means suspensions are unstable. Next property you can say, suspensions, the mixture of suspensions can be separated easily by means of the process of that is filtration, or you can say decantation. Okay, and next one more property you can add here, and the suspensions can scatter a beam of light. The light which is passing through the suspension, they can scatter. Okay, so these are the some important characteristics of suspension. Next point is colloid or colloidal solution. So what is colloid or what is colloidal solution? That is colloidal solution. This is also called colloidal system, are called colloidal system, are more commonly called colloids. So what is colloid? What is the definition of colloid? What is the example of colloid? Listen, colloidal solution or colloidal system is also a heterogeneous system in which the size of the dispersed particles lies in between 1 nanometer to 1000 nanometer are called colloids or colloidal solution or colloidal system. This colloidal solution or colloidal system consists of two phases, and these phases are called dispersed phase, this one dispersed phase, and other is called dispersion medium. Dispersion medium. Okay, this is similar to like children, this is similar to like solutions, as you are knowing in the case of solutions or true solutions, that is solution is consist of two constituents, that is solute and solvent. Means solution consists of two constituents, solute and solvents. Okay, similar like here in the case of colloidal solution, they consist dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Means when we talk about colloidal solution or colloidal system, these two must be present, likewise solutions as solute and solvent. Alright, only just differing in their size, differing in their particle size will be this one. Now what is dispersed phase? So dispersed phase can be defined as the substance. Listen, the dispersed phase can be defined as the substance which is present in the form of a colloidal particle in a colloidal solution. Listen, the substance which is present in the form of a colloidal particle in a colloidal solution is called dispersed phase. This dispersed phase is also called discontinuous medium. discontinuous medium. And what is dispersion medium? So this can be defined as the medium in which the colloidal particles are dispersed. Listen, dispersion medium can be defined as the medium in which the colloid particles are gets dispersed is called dispersion medium, and dispersion medium is known as continuous, also known as continuous phase. Okay, so these terms are often common that you will study in upper classes. Just you only know dispersed phase and dispersion medium. Now after completing the definition of these two, how you can know what will be dispersed phase and what is dispersion medium? Through example. Suppose we have a colloidal solution of ferric hydroxide in water. Okay, suppose we have a colloidal solution of a ferric hydroxide in water. So how we have to identify which will be dispersed phase, which will be dispersion medium? So on this knowledge, children, in this very colloidal solution there are two constituents. One is a dispersed phase, other is a dispersion medium. So in this, children, in this colloidal solution, the ferric hydroxide will be considered as a dispersed phase and water will be dispersion medium. Alright. Other example, just like taking of colloid or colloidal system, you have heard the name of fog. A good example of colloid is a fog, and you are knowing fog is a what? Fog is a mixture of water droplet and air. Fog is what? It is a mixture of water droplets and air or gas. Okay? So in this, children, in this colloidal solution of fog or colloidal system of fog, this water droplets acts as a dispersed phase and air is a dispersion medium. Alright? One more simple example I am taking. You have seen smoke. So smoke is also a good example of colloidal system. And smoke is what? You are knowing? Smoke is the mixture of or colloidal heterogeneous mixture of carbon particles. They are distributed in air or gas. Means mixture of coke or carbon distributed in air or gas is a smoke. So in this, children, these carbon particles of smoke are dispersed phase and air or gas is a dispersion medium. So this is all about dispersed phase and dispersion medium. And some other good example of colloid system or colloids you can give, that is butter, that is oil, that is milk, that is starch, that is gelatin, that is gold salt, that is you have sulfur salt, you have arsenic trisulfide salt. So these are some good examples of colloids. Now come on, what is the main properties of colloids or colloidal system or characteristic? So first characteristic, you can represent that these colloidal systems are heterogeneous in nature. Second property, the size of the dispersed particle in a colloidal system lies in the order 1 nm to 1000 nm. Nm stands for nanometer. And next property, due to very small size of these colloidal particles, they can easily pass through a simple filter paper. Next property, you can represent these colloidal solutions or colloidal systems cannot be seen or not visible through a naked eye. Means they are unvisible with a naked eye. Next property, you can represent the colloidal systems consist of two phases. Must remember, they are called dispersed phase and dispersion medium. One more important property you can put, the the colloidal particles in a colloidal solution always moves in a random motion or zigzag motion. So they possess one important property of the solution called Brownian motion. Brownian is the name. So colloidal particle possesses Brownian motion, and that is due to the random movement of colloidal particles in a colloidal solution. One more property you can represent here. When a light beam is passed through a colloidal solution, then they can scatter the beam of light and the path become visible. And this property of the colloidal solution or colloidal particles is called Tyndall effect. Must remember, it's called Tyndall effect. So colloidal particle possesses important property, Tyndall effect. One more point, children. Just listen. On the physical state of colloidal solution or colloidal system, they are classified into three categories called salts, gels, and thirdly emulsions. What are these? Listen. Salts are what? Salts are those colloidal solutions in which the dispersed phase is a solid and dispersion medium is a liquid called salts. For example, that is a ferric hydroxide salt, arsenic trisulfide salt, As2S3, arsenic trisulfide salt, gold salt, sulfur salt are the good examples of that is gold salt and sulfur salt. These are called salts. And what are gels now? The gels are those colloidal solutions in which the dispersed phase is a liquid and dispersion medium is a solid called gels. And example of gels is, you have seen, that is butter, that is cheese, that is jelly, etc. are the examples of gels. And the last category of colloids is emulsion. Emulsion are those colloidal solutions in which dispersed phase as well as dispersion medium both are liquid called emulsions. And good examples of emulsions are that is oils, milks, and you can say medicines. Medicines are the good example of emulsion. So children, this is all about suspension and colloidal solution and their types. Must remember, they are very essential, they are very important for you, and in next lecture I will discuss two important characteristics of this colloidal solution in detail, that is Brownian motion and Tyndall effect. So this is all about suspensions and colloidal solutions. All the best. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.